Hello there, welcome back to another video. It is me, Kevin Karamera, and I am here making another video. It is currently 11:18 p.m., nearly midnight, and before I leave the office I wanted to make a short video about my progress towards my goal this year and how it's actually going. So this year we have a couple of goals: to travel to a couple of cities, which we have Zanzibar, Cape Town, Singapore, and to also buy a Range Rover Velar and also get an apartment in Nyarutarama. And of all those things, we have only completed the Gisenyi trip as so far. We are on March 3rd, 2026, and all those goals I just mentioned are for 2026. And I was checking out the Nyarutarama apartments yesterday, and I found out that they are around 1,500 USD a month, and I believe if I work hard I can end this year by making that money and being able to afford an apartment in Nyarutarama. So many of you might ask me, why do I really want an apartment in Nyarutarama, and why is it the place I want to live at? And it all comes down to, I like that place. You know, it is a good neighborhood and it is a good place to mosquitoes. It is a good place to live, and I believe it's just near everything I like. I get all my fast food from Simba Supermarket. It's near the supermarket, and I like walking in the evenings. There is literally a good environment to walk. If I want to go to the gym, I can always go to the gym. If I want to play tennis, I can always play tennis. And best of all, it's near the golf court, which means if I want to go golfing, I can always go and play golf. So Nyarutarama is the perfect spot, which means I have to make that a reality for me. So is it really possible for me to get to that amount of money? Yes, I know it's possible for me. I don't, as of March 3rd, 2026, I don't have the technique, would I call it the technique, or the tangible path that I would say that I'm going to get there to that point. But all I know is I have to be making around 5,000 USD a month and top line 9,000 USD. And I believe that is doable with the right amount of effort, with the amount of work that it requires. And I believe it's going to take a couple of time and effort. It always keeps coming back to effort, but I believe I can do that, right? So as you can already tell, I did shave off all my hair. I tried to tell the barber to remove everything, but he did still leave some hair. But my purpose was to remove all the hair because I don't feel like my body really deserves the hair if I'm not performing at that level. And with my goals unachieved, I don't think I deserve hair for the next couple of months. So there's only two ways, you know. You can hurt your body physically until it forces your brain to actually think of creative ways to get to where you want to be, or you could stay where you want to be. At least that is my belief. And at the moment, we are doing good. We are doing good so far. And if I were to look back, I would say I have achieved everything I have ever wanted so far. But as you already know, the more you keep going forward, the more goals you keep setting. And when you hit those goals you set earlier, it means like nothing. But I know that I have achieved most of the goals that I wanted to achieve, that I set in either 2019 or 2021. So it does come true. It's just a matter of time. And I believe I am going to live in Nyarutarama as I'm speaking, as of March 3rd, I am going to live in Nyarutarama by the end of this year. And I'm going to be able to afford the rent continuously, because I don't want to get there and then next month get kicked out. No, I want to make it a continuous thing until I can actually afford a house there, or even a villa for sake. And with the trips to Zanzibar, Cape Town, Singapore, they also have to happen this year. I do not know how they're going to happen, but I am going to make it happen. I want to reach my goals to actually prove myself that when I set goals, I can actually achieve them. Because I have seen this happen over and over again. You simply have to write it down and then let the universe do its thing. Because I want to be independent, you know. I want to look back at life and be like, yeah, I did it, right? And beyond that, I actually want to like get a girl, you know, a woman for me. And getting that girl means I have to become the person worth of having that girl. Because I know you attract mostly what you already are, right? I feel insecure when I can't provide, and it doesn't make me feel good when I can't provide. So this is why I want to build my finances upright. I am reading books, which means I'm also building my mental side of things, and I'm also trying to fast, which means I'm also building my spiritual side of things. That makes me a better brother, a better husband, and also a better son. And with all that being said, I believe I am going to be rich, and how I use my money after all that is going to be determined with if I feel like it, you know. And yeah, so this is a video that I'm making on March 3rd, 2026. It's been a challenging first half of the year. I want to see if Q1 is really going to bring a couple of good reports, because I don't believe the late nights are for nothing. And whenever my wife or my girlfriend, who is also going to be like my future wife, hopefully, sees this, I want you to know that I did all of this because I want you and the family to be happy. I know there's a lot of things gonna happen in the future. I don't know what they're going to be, but I want to say this from the bottom of my heart. I really don't care what happens to me. I could freaking take hammers on my face. But knowing that the people I love don't have to go through the same thing. There is nothing that hurts me as things I do that affect people that were not even involved. So when I talk about this amount of money, I am not joking. I believe once I get to at least 9,000 USD, I should be comfortable per se, because I know once you reach a certain amount, then there is always another level to go. It doesn't stop. But as of now, 9,000 USD a month will literally set me to a point where I'm like, yeah, I can finally take this on. But till then, my future wife, you have to wait, and I need to figure this out. So with that being said, thank you for watching. This video is dedicated to my future self and for the people that actually matter. And yeah, I never really say this much, but I love you so much. I am proud of you. and I'm proud of the goals you've taken to reach where you are. And yeah, I'll see you soon.